Both of these teams getting their first ever match in Division 1. Well, no, that's not right. Sorry. Their first match this season. Both of these teams are returning teams from last season. In that season, both of these teams did make it to the playoffs. Both of them actually made it to the semifinals, and then both were eliminated in the semifinals. So very similar stories. So interesting to see how they start Season 3. And we're going to start a 500 token raffle, which we will do for every map. So if you want to enter for a chance to win 500 tokens, just use the command !raffle.
So, don't take it personally when I get the most kills, okay?
Why are you doing that in the lobby? Gave me motion sickness, bro. All right. So first map is going to be Control at Nepal. Nepal, not a map often picked, so that'll be interesting. It was strange when I first joined this lobby, Eclipse asked if Phoenix could have the first map pick, which I don't know why they would want that. So I'm curious what they have cooking up here. But they did end up choosing, and they chose Nepal. Takoro from Phoenix is going to get the first kill, taking out Love with a headshot. Valerian is going to immediately trade it out, taking out Takoro. So 1 DPS down for both teams to start this team fight. Eclipse making their way towards the payload. They've got a pharmacy. Now that's something I haven't seen in a minute. And so while Eclipse has been in the league for all 3 seasons, none of these players on Eclipse right now have ever played in an SOL match. They are all brand new to this league. So this is essentially a brand new team. And it looks like they are cleaning up that first team fight. So even though they lost a player early there to Takoro, Eclipse still gets it done and captures first after a nice team fight. Big Mac already calling Valerian sole MVP, bro. 1 team fight was all you had to see. It's pretty funny. So now Eclipse in control. Valerian already has ult as well. That's kind of crazy. I'm sure having a Mercy Pocket makes it a little easier to build that ultimate. You can tell they want to use it. They might be getting ready to drop it on Phoenix. We'll see what Phoenix is up to. Looks like they have a Mercy Pocket of their own. 2 Mercies in a Division 1 game? That's interesting. Phoenix trying to stabilize on the outskirts of the map. Not able to really get into this defense yet with Eclipse controlling the high ground. They do have some ultimates building. Cervantes going to have this Junker Queen ult in just a moment, but here comes Valerian's Pharah ult we were waiting for. It just gets 1, and they get immediately traded out by Crapper Max. Nice play there on the BAP. So it's going to be a 4v4, and then the res comes out. And they might trade the res as well. No, they don't. But it looks like Eclipse still in control. Pulse Bomb comes out. Oh, and Cervantes accidentally walks behind it. The Pulse Bomb missed initially, but they walked right into it and gets blown up anyway. And so now things not looking great for Phoenix for this control point. Already at 80%. Pretty back and forth so far, which has been fun to watch. Takoro, another opening pick, gonna take out Love again, but it's the Pharah in the sky that's been the issue in the DPS 1v1 battle. Cervantes taking out the tank, Gloomy, and Crapper Max will take out the rest. So they will flip it at 99%. Shayaki, I don't know why I didn't hear a sound, but thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Maybe my notifications aren't working, but I did not hear anything. But thank you so much for the tier 1. And at 5 months, you're only 1 away from the purple tomato. Appreciate it so much. So Phoenix strikes back, but now they're going to have to reverse 99 it if they want this control point, which that's tough. Especially with the Ramatra ult lurking. Eclipse just going to need to win one more team fight, and they've got several chances to do it. And now they're building up these ultimates. Valerian with another Pharah ult ready to go and a Mercy to pocket them. If they use this right, it could lead to that team fight they need. They're going to go right into the window. Crapper Max, though, with a big lamp, keeps them alive and takes out the Pharah. What a play by the BAP. And now they're up in this team fight, and they also use the Ramatra ult, unfortunately, and the Pulse. They use everything on a losing team fight.
Hey, it's Kiko.
That is major for Phoenix. They were going into a very lopsided team fight, but now they have the ult advantage, and they have the point, and they probably just need to win 1.5 team fights here. Looking very solid for this squad if they can hold it. They use these ultimates well. They could steal this point from Eclipse after a slow start. Lumi gonna start contesting this point. Takoro gonna try and push them off. And Cervantes, can you get hindered out of a Junker Queen ult? It looks like the Junker Queen ult just got completely canceled by the Cassidy nade. Haven't seen that before, and now it might be all falling apart for Phoenix. It looked like they might have snuck away with it, but they're gonna get wiped here, and Eclipse, in their last possible chance, will flip it back and take control point 1, but this is already shaping up to be a close one. Clutch from Eclipse there with no ultimates, had to win that team fight and did.
One more mission, huh? I'm in.
We're here to be heard.
But now maybe Phoenix is getting a little more acquainted with playing as a unit here. They were definitely looking a lot better in that second half. Love gonna be on... Is that a Venture? Interesting. So they're gonna swap things up a little bit here. Instead of Pharmacy, they're gonna go with a completely different comp. The only player I think staying on their hero is Gloomy on the Ramatra. So Eclipse will make it to the point first with Conniepan on the Lucio to speed them up. And that'll lead to the opening pick on Femboy Lover. Phoenix gonna back all the way out, get their last player back, and in the meantime, Eclipse will cap first. What is it that you just drank? This is Watermelon Monster. It's pretty good. My sister got a bunch of them, and I tried one in the fridge, and it's pretty good. 0 sugar, too. Chiffon, major pick on Takoro there. Not sure how to pronounce that. I'm going to guess Chiffon. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. And Balerion will follow up, taking out Crapper Max. They have a Mei now. Maybe that's to try and counter the Genji, but doesn't look like it's working as the Genji is still wreaking havoc. And Eclipse well in the driver's seat for this first couple team fights. Just the DPS to clean up. And they will. So now already at 50%. You like the pink one? Which pink one? I feel like there's a couple. Good morning, Swessy. Good to see you. I don't know why I said it like that. Good morning, Swissy. Sorry. So Phoenix needs to try something different. Their first couple attacks have not worked. Cervantes does get a pick there. And it's hard to tell who's winning this team fight. Seems kind of back and forth. Balerion slicing through with a blade. Crapper Max does take them out on the Moira eventually. But this map might be coming to a close. Takoro does have their ult, but just too many Eclipse members. Cervantes trying to stall. But not gonna happen. So as time expires on the second objective, Eclipse does take map number 1. So we will get a map pick from Phoenix here for map number 2. And then we'll be right back. Let's also finish that raffle. Winner of the first raffle is going to be Ghostly Gamer. Congratulations. Eclipse with a 1-0 lead. Phoenix has selected the next map, and they are going to choose New Junk City. It's concerning to me how many times teams have been picking flashpoints lately. So early in matches, guys. So there was one substitution for Phoenix. Shadowfire did come in for Femboy Lover. Shadowfire, one of the main DPS for Phoenix last season in their nice run in the playoffs. So that is a pretty big deal with them coming in right now. Excited to see if that might shift things in Phoenix's favor. They did pretty well on the first control point. The second control point wasn't exactly close though. So I thought Phoenix might have been the team heating up, but in reality, it might have been Eclipse that was finding their footing. And Eclipse even using the Sim TP out of spawn strat. That's how you know these guys are not playing. And I respect that. I mean, this is a competitive format. You want every advantage you can get, so go for it. Do the Sim strat. This is Overwatch League. I like it. Or are they just playing Sim? That could be different. I thought they were just playing Sim. Okay, I thought they were just, using the teleporter, but they're actually playing Sim. So Balerion going to be switching to the Symmetra here. Love is going to be on the Venture. And they are quickly going to take that space. Connie Fan 4 on the Lucio has allowed them to get to these objectives quicker than Phoenix, which has been crucial. Takoro once again getting the opening kill of the map. Love is going to trade it out with a kill onto Shadowfire though. So 1 DPS down. Ooh, almost gets Connie on the Lucio. That would have been a major pick. You can tell that's what they're trying to get. Takoro just unable to find the last shot. Unloved Mercy, big res there to bring Shadowfire back. And Shadowfire will waste no time taking out Gloomy. And Phoenix is going to cap. I don't know why. Every time I read this tank player's name, I think it's Glue My Doobie. I don't know why. Glue My Doobie, but it's Gloomy Doobie, and it's like messing with my head. Is anyone else reading it like that, or is that just me? And I might not have started the next raffle, rookie mistake, but we'll start it right now. So the next raffle for this map number 2, is up right now. For 500 tokens, you can enter by using !raffle. Love gets the first kill. Eclipse now trying to swap back this point at about 60%. Takoro dangerously low. Chiffon's going to finish them off with the Moira. And now Cervantes is in trouble here too. I don't know if the supports are going to be able to save their Junker Queen, especially with all that damage coming in. Shadowfire going to light it up though. Takes out Balerion. And now they have Gloomy in a tough situation as well, getting some good peel by the Symmetra. Symmetra turret, it's not even the Symmetra. Love gets blown up while trying to use their ult. Gloomy's in trouble. And Phoenix turning that fight around, and they're going to go ahead and cap this again. And so now with about 65%, Eclipse probably only has one more chance to attack this first objective. They're going to have to make it work now. It got really dark in here. I need to turn on the lights. Like I'm playing at like midnight right now. They're gonna TP and set up a sim wall. Takoro strafing between it, and it's gonna get a kill on Balerion. So that's a opening pick again for Phoenix. Love trading it out though, and here comes Eclipse. Even though they lost a player first, they turn that team fight around and will take it. Unloved Mercy in some trouble here. Shadowfire protecting them though. But now Shadowfire might be in some trouble. Unless they're able to get out. Okay, so against all odds, Shadowfire and Unloved Mercy able to get out alive. They were surrounded there for a moment. But Eclipse has the point. This is probably going to be the last fight of this first flashpoint. And they have a tank ult to work with. They have the Ramatra ult. Time's ticking down. Phoenix is going to need to make a jump for this point. And they gotta go. They're not gonna touch. Ooh, Phoenix not gonna be able to get there. Good hold by Eclipse. Maybe Phoenix underestimated how quickly that ticks. It ticks really fast. Or maybe Eclipse really just didn't give them the room they needed to get there. W Eclipse. Eclipse is looking nice. Eclipse is just a team that has never been weak at any point in Seoul. Season 1, top 2 strongest team. Season 2, top 2 strongest team. And they are looking great to start Season 3. Connie Fan, though, does get taken out by Takoro. Shadowfire gonna cast that dragon to give them some more space. Back and forth team fight. Just a few players alive for either team. Shadowfire in a rough situation, getting some healing while trying to fight this 2v1, but not going to be enough, and it'll be Eclipse capping the second objective.
Crank up the game.
All right, Aspect, thanks for stopping by, and best of luck to Outliers. Also, thank you for the 5-stream streak. Sorry I didn't notice that sooner. Phoenix with a lot of ultimates to work with here as they're approaching the second control point. And they're getting the tank dangerously low. Gloomy barely able to deploy a wall to save them from Takoro. Now Love's going to make some space with the Venture ultimate. Narrowly getting too close to the Nano Junker Queen. Gloomy gets the first pick, taking out Takoro. And Cervantes in trouble, just taking all of that turret damage. What a quick turnaround there. How did all that damage come out? Might have been Takoro's ultimate, but now Phoenix flipping the team fight. And with only Connie Fan on the objective, they're going to flip it at 99%. It's much easier to get a reverse 99 on a flash point than a control point. They probably only have to hold it for 2 team fights. See if they can do it.
Ragu spaghetti sauce. That's Italian.
What's up, Omnitoad? Thank you so much for the follow. Thanks for tuning in to week 1 of our season 3. So now both support alts and a tank alt ready for Eclipse. This is going to be tough for Phoenix to hold, and they're not going to hold it. They do get the res off, but that'll just be feeding at this point. Eclipse is going to wipe them off the point and take the second flashpoint. And they're just 1 flashpoint away from going up 2-0 to start this series. And just a reminder, because it is a different change from last season, but Division 1 is now 1st to 3 instead of 1st to 2. So even if Eclipse win this, it's not a win just yet. They'll have to win 1 more map. That's only a Division 1 rule, though. Division 2 and Division 3 is first 2 maps. But this new Eclipse squad could start their Seoul careers with a win if they're able to get this map and just 1 more. We'll see if Phoenix has anything to say about that. Just Shadowfire's ult, and Hanzo ult really isn't the best. They're going to wait out that deflect, though. We might see it come here. We will. Gloomy takes out Crapper Max in the time being. So 2 kills for Eclipse, 3 kills, 4 kills. That's a team fight right there. And they have tons of alts in the bank. Everything is going their way. It's looking like this is almost just certain at this point. After this match, we're going to have Outliers versus Guardians, both kicking off their seasons in Division 2. So if you are an emergency sub for Guardians or Outliers, maybe start getting a little bit ready. Probably 1 to 2 maps away. Cervantes going to use the Junker Queen ult to kick things off. Gets 3. Now trying to go on Chiffin, trying to stop the Moira ult. They get Connie Fan instead. Moira's still able to stay alive and just pump so much heals into their team here to keep them up. Valerian does have this blade in their back pocket. Eclipse still holding on right now, even though they're a player down, and they're going to trade out the tank, so now they're up in the team fight with a blade to go. Nice deflect kill. And they might not even need to use these ultimates. And I don't know if Phoenix even touches here. They're not really going stall characters. I think this might be them throwing in the towel for map number 2. All right, and I'm just reminding them it's first to 3 because we used to do first to 2. I don't want anybody hopping out of the lobby. And I'm gonna turn on lights in this room, man, because it is getting dark. Okay, map number 3. What a start to the season this has been for Eclipse, looking very strong. As strong as they've looked, do we think they could take on the other teams in Division 1, like Frace's Hunters and Olympians? That's the real question, and I don't know. I don't know. So, they said that they were having some problems with some technical issues with their Xbox, so they had to go on a different account. So we're just gonna run with it because it's the last map anyway. But we will be kicking off map number 3 at Kings Row. The last raffle is up right now, I believe, right? Yes, it is. So if you want to enter the last raffle today, what? What is that? Zenify. What is that? Oh my gosh. Zenify, thank you so much for the 20 community subs for the Hunters. Appreciate that. Man, let's see if I recognize some of the names. Mixed Muffin Blast, Sugar Crab, Akari Sushi, Priests, TCPN, Whiskey, Bell Bell, Purity Blade, Omnitoad, Leonix. Oh my gosh. Recognizing so many of those names. Zenify, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. 20 is absolutely crazy.
Thank you.
But you have saved a lot of people from the Twitch ads, and I'm sure they'll be very thankful, and I'm thankful as well. Thank you also to Explosion Mess for the follow. Appreciate that, Explosion. Thanks for tuning in to day 1. And we're gonna hear Diva saying thank you for a while. But thanks again, Zenify. All right, last map here for Phoenix, unless they're able to turn it around. And Zenify, thank you for one more sub to yourself as well. And Zenify, if you're not registered in our Discord server, you definitely should be, because it is going to give you a ton of stuff for gifting those subs. If you need any help, let me know and I can make sure you get those rewards. Feel free to DM me on Discord and I can help you out. I want to make sure you get the bonuses for that, because I really appreciate it. So Phoenix on attack first here. Shadowfire on the Sombra. They did play quite a bit of Sombra last season. Chiffon actually going to take them out and going to res the Ashe. What a play on the Mercy. You're part of the Hunters? Yep. Gotcha, gotcha. So you're probably already registered then. That's Delta on your team? Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. So yeah. But, so yeah, it's based off of your Twitch name linked in the Discord, so I don't know if you have that linked, but if not, no worries, I can do it manually. So, I'll check on that later. So even as they got a pick here, it didn't end up doing anything for Phoenix, as Chiffon had a huge play, taking out the attacking Sombra and rezzing the Ashe, and it looks like they're trying to do the same play again. Valerion getting very low. Will it be the same thing? No, this time Shadowfire will strike back with the double kill, just 7 HP. And they're not able to get the hack off before they are dead, but Cervantes with a couple of picks as well. Gloomy got one pick before going down, and it looks like Phoenix will be able to strike on this point here.
Thank you.
Love still in the area though. No contest. Crapper Max! Oh no! Crapper Max caught taking a nap on point, and Love might have just clutched things out. Oh my gosh, Phoenix, that's so sad. What a play from Love, though. And it looked like they had that first point in the bag, but suddenly it was ripped away from them. Now they're stuck with just a minute to try and get this last tick. They do take out Gloomy, though, but they lose Crapper Max to Love. So 4v4, but one team has a tank and one doesn't. Takoro, a big pick, but they are dying. Love with a pulse bomb, but they're going to retreat. And as the saying go, all's well that ends well. I'm sure that Phoenix play would have been a lot worse if they did not get that last tick.
Thank you.
AFK on point, what are we doing? They might have thought that the Tracer was dead, I'm not sure. That's crazy, though, that those subs from Xenify had literally been going that entire first point. Thanks again, Xenify. Really appreciate that. And that is going to be great for the server level as well. Keep an eye on the server level, guys. When the server level goes up, it means more prize money for everybody. Valerion taking out Shadowfire, quickly traded out with Love going down. 1 TPS down for either squad as the payload is making its way to the second objective. Cervantes will take out the Moira. And the last couple Eclipse players might be in trouble here. One of each role. Gloomy getting assaulted on the front lines. And they get double antied. Poor Gloomy. They got antied by the Ana. Then their Kiriko cleansed it. And then Cervantes antied them again. No heals for poor Gloomy. Says Phoenix. Spicy Wux is reporting me for no reason, ban him, but Wux has to play in the next match, Shanira. I don't want to find another emergency sub, so we'll keep them for one more map and then we'll ban him. How's it sound? Double DPS ults coming out for Phoenix. They want this point. And with all 4 squishies dead, they're going to get it. Okay. Phoenix. Whole different Phoenix here. Spicy, scroll up. What am I scrolling up to see? Oh. I will dox you. That's funny.
Just needed a dash of mischief.
So this Phoenix attack has definitely taken a better turn after almost nearly not getting the first point. And that's respectable. I mean, if that would have happened to me in my like minuscule mental, I probably would have given up on this match. So just shows that Phoenix staying strong in adversity there. Eclipse members getting it done there. Love and Kiriko. And now Eclipse stabilizing a bit. Ooh, almost gets the Mercy as well. Ooh. What a flick. Love treating us to some nice Widowmaker gameplay. Do they realize? I didn't even realize. Shadowfire is so sneaky that I as the caster didn't even know what they were doing. Oh! And that's a bad time to spectate you, sorry. Bro needs to get off Junker. That is not how Cervantes works. Cervantes is a Junker Queen main for life. And Eclipse with a lot of ultimates too. They have nearly all 5 ultimates. And they're gonna go ahead and use some. Get this Nano Blade working. A little slow start to the Nano Blade there. They just will get Crapper Max. In the meantime, Chiffon's taken out, so both teams missing an Ana. Oh, and the tick damage from the Junker Queen ult will be enough to take out Valerion. And now it's Phoenix counter-ulting. Love has sight. They're the only player alive. Let's see if they can get to work here. Shadowfire tries jumping on him, but this Widow has sights. They know where you are, so the Sombra isn't as effective. But it's not going to slow Phoenix down as they are advancing. Just as I stop spectating Love, they take out the Mercy. Big kill. They are getting tick damage, though, and Shadowfire does finish them off. And here comes the EMP. Can they turn this team fight around and get this payload there on their last possible attack? Doesn't look like it. Just the Ana Crapper Max in the area. And they're going to get body blocked by a Moira. Well, Eclipse, you have your win condition. You got to get the payload to just about the end of the map, and you guys win your first ever SOL game. Whoa. I just felt super dizzy. I was going to pass out. That was crazy. Literally, like, I just started like falling towards my desk, man. Ooh. All right. Gotta drink some more water. Less monster, more water. Ah, that's better. That's better. But Guardians and Outliers, do be ready, because if Eclipse does get it done, this will be the last map of this one, and you guys will be up next. Don't pass out on us. I wanted to tell you guys a crazy story that happened to me the other day. I think Friday night, I was in the mood for some chips and salsa, right? But the only salsa in the fridge was like really old. But my mom was telling me like, no, it's fine, it's fine. I know it's old, but it's like, it's salsa, like it doesn't go bad, right? And I was eating it, and it did not taste good. But it was like a salsa I hadn't had before, so I asked my dad about it. He's like, oh yeah, no, that salsa isn't the best. But it still tasted really bad. And then I like had someone else try it, and it was like, it tasted like alcohol. And it turns out the salsa had fermented, and I got drunk off of eating salsa on Friday night. It was not a fun time. But so yeah, if you didn't know, salsa can ferment, so be careful eating salsa in your fridge. And wow, what a first team fight from Eclipse. Quit yapping, holy shit. I know, yapathon, right? So 2.5-6. Shadowfire trying to make it to the point there. They will. Cervantes also taking out. Cervantes off the Junker Queen. Interesting. Sus 8 expired Oreos as he cooked. I feel like that'd be better than fermented salsa, but maybe I'm biased.
Thanks for the help.
Strong start to this attack for Eclipse. And they are pushed deep into Phoenix territory. Deep into Phoenix territory. And having a Widow just spaces out the map so much. The enemy team has a Widow. Every player that can get one shot by them just has to play so much more cautiously and so much more aware of their positioning than normal. Good immortality field there from Connie Fan. That would have been doom for Love there. And Eclipse cannot be stopped on this attack right now. It looks like Phoenix had a nice attack, but it's paling in comparison to what we're seeing right now from Phoenix, as they are already swapped the teams around that I just said. Eclipse, instead, having quite the opening attack here, and nobody's going to be able to touch. They're going to take this second point. Phoenix will clean up here, but the damage is already done. They have 2 points down, and they just need one more, and they had 5.5 minutes to do it. So Phoenix will either have to have the best hold of their team's life, or this is about to be over real soon. So Outliers and Guardians, get ready. And they're already starting this push. Cervantes with a kill there and gonna go for the Orisa ult. I swear, Orisa ult's the easiest one in the game to dissect. People always say Reaper, but Orisa just runs in with the spear and you know it's coming. Both tanks get taken down there, so it'll be a 4v4 battle of the squishies. Love lining up a kill on the Mercy just before the tank was back in the team fight. Nice play by Shadowfire, still chasing this Widow. Not giving Love any reprieve. Love has still been operating pretty well, even with a Sombra constantly on their tail. Shadowfire not going to be able to get to work this time as their position is revealed, so they'll jump right into the action, almost taking out Chiffin on the Moira. But get some good peel from the rest of Eclipse, and here comes Eclipse with still 4 minutes on the time bank. They're getting real close, and a big kill from Love on Takuro. This match could be winding to an end if they can just punch it home. Takuro does get res, so they do have all 5 players, but Love will get one more pick. Free to just rain fire from up top as the payload is just 5 meters away from its destination. But they're gonna back out. Gloomy goes down and that's their tank, so they can't really push the payload in, no matter how many picks Love gets. Somehow tied to the Venom Mine there? That's interesting. I think they did like just enough damage that one tick of Venom Mine killed them. That's crazy. Another ult from Cervantes. Immortality Field not going to save them. I recently learned a tip with the Immortality Field, because I'm a bat main, and you don't want to throw it in the actual Orisa ult. You want to throw it outside of the Orisa ult, and it'll still save you. But Connie Fan might not have known that, which I get. I have like thousands of hours on BAP, and I didn't know that till last week. So not able to save the team there, so Phoenix holding on. It was 5.5 minutes, and now it's 2.5, so they have held this point for 3 minutes already. It's gonna take a lot of concentration, though, and there's a lot of ults getting ready for Eclipse. Waiting for this overclock from Balerion. Cervantes got dangerously low there. And Cervantes does go down, so it's just up to the squishies to save them. Femboy Lover trying a res off the map, but it's not going to happen. GG's. Eclipse will win their first SOL match this season, but it was a close one. Lots of close team fights. The scoreboard doesn't show it, but that was pretty even in a lot of ways. Spicy with the back clutch last night? Yes, sir. That was fun.